This one is probably also going to be a bit tricky because of how much verticality there is to this map. There's a lot of stuff where you have to jump up, like look around to get to it. So this one might be a bit tricky, but let's try to get through it. Need a marble, which I do see is over here. We're gonna need 6 dice and 2 scrolls. Okay. Fairly doable, yes. Spilled a bunch of water on myself. How that happened. All right. Okay. So 6 dice, a marble, which again is over here somewhere, and 2 scrolls. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying searching this whole map for just that. Let's start it. We gotta do it sometime, you know? Let's go ahead and just call this... Oh, is this the entrance? I don't know if this is the entrance. I don't know how I'm supposed to tell. Is this the entrance? Oh, I think it is. I think I recognize this. Yeah, this is the entrance. Okay, never mind. Alright, we'll go ahead and call from all the way from here up till I think there. Kind of treat this all as one large area there. I'll try to be as careful as I can, but honestly it might be annoying for this map because there's probably going to be a lot of, I don't know, just a lot of stuff that looks like it could be accessed, but it can't be, and vice versa. So it might be kind of hard to tell where I can and can't go. You know what I mean? Apologies if I missed something obvious. All right, so I'll be here for the next hour and a half, I guess. So how's y'all's week's been? I gotta start thinking about what I want to do today. I've been talking about Deltarune and Marvel a lot. So I'll probably end up doing that. If I had to guess, I probably still have about 3 more hours Deltarune to get through. Chapter 4, so gotta chunk that out sometime. I've gotta watch the rest of What If Season 1 plus. I can move on to, I think, Hawkeye. Or, you know, whatever show is next in the order of the MCU. I really would like to be caught up Fantastic Four by the time it comes out. Like, just the sheer volume of stuff that I have to watch is starting to get to me. And the fact that the MCU now, in Phase 4 and 5, is so much more confusing than it used to be. I remember when Phase 3 was coming out, and people were confused about that. They were like, why are these different movies talking about Infinity Stones? What does this stone do over this one? Why is this one important? Why does Doctor Strange have this one? Why does Iron Man have this one? You know what I mean? Like, everyone was just confused as to why there were different stones everywhere. Why Thanos was looking for them. But now there's like way more stuff going on. Honestly, I think WandaVision and the Falcon show were kind of confusing enough. In WandaVision, we had almost no explanation as to what was happening for a while. Wanda just kind of started her own thing and ran away with her own kind of fabricated version of Vision. That was going on for a while. And then the show ended, and you don't even know what is happening because they don't give you that much closure. They're like, oh, there's this witch called Agatha, and she's a bad witch. She tells you all this backstory about witches, and you're like, oh, that's cool. Then she name drops the Scarlet Witch, right? And then the show kind of just ends with Wanda still kind of running away, not really talking to anybody. Then she has her fabricated version of Vision and her like fabricated version of her family, and then that's kind of it. Like, don't really know what happens. Like, what's gonna happen with the rest of the Avengers? Is she even gonna be in other movies now because she's with her family? Like, what's going on, you know? And then the Falcon show, again, we had a kind of similar situation where we just don't know what's going on with the characters. Bucky and Sam were kind of fighting a bit about like who gets to be Captain America, what it means to be Captain America, how they're gonna pick up the pieces after Steve's gone now. Why would Sam give the shield up? Why would they give it to John Walker? You know, that kind of thing. Who even is John Walker and partner? Oh, we're getting a lot of lag. Hello, hello. Yeah, a lot of just kind of open-ended questions there. What is Sharon doing with the bad guys? I might have missed it, but I don't know if they said whether or not she got arrested or if she's still working with the bad guys to this day or what. I might have missed that. Might have said something about that. How is John Walker going to follow up being the U.S. agent? Now, admittedly, they did put that right at the end of the series, so that I guess that was supposed to be like their post-credit scene or like the teaser for the next series or the next movie. But I don't think we see John Walker again until Thunderbolts, and you know I'm not even close to being caught up to that, so it's going to be a while. Loki, I think, was a bit more in line with what we expected to happen right after Endgame and Infinity War. And it sets up a lot of the other series, I think, a lot more effectively, in my opinion. Because obviously we get Loki, and he's like in the TVA, and he's like, oh, I want to find out who created the TVA. And Sylvie's trying to kill whoever created the TVA. We get all that going. Then we find out who it is. He sets up pretty much the entire multiverse saga at that point. And it was pretty exciting at the time. I was like, oh, we're gonna get all these different versions of characters, try to fight for the timeline, and Loki's gonna have to defend it, and all that stuff. And then it leaves off on a cliffhanger, which I assume would be picked up in season 2. But I'm not there yet. Black Widow was cool. Black Widow just is kind of almost a prequel movie. Takes place during, I think, Civil War. Captain America Civil War, like right after Civil War. So that's kind of a prequel movie there. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty enjoyable, and it was a nice send-off to the character. And a good introduction to Yelena and Taskmaster. But yeah, I think now, I just kind of wish we had more stuff like Loki, which was just more about the multiverse saga and all of that stuff. Granted, I know there's been some issues with Kang and his actor, so they kind of had to scrap a lot of their ideas and rewrite a lot of the stuff that's been going on. Like, I don't know, like, there's just so much different stuff going on at the same time. It just feels not connected. Like, where am I supposed to follow? Am I supposed to keep track of all of this at the same time? Like, is this all gonna converge somehow in Doomsday and Secret Wars? Like what are we building up to, guys? Like, I don't know. I just don't. I guess I just don't see the vision. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see something for Doomsday. I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot to go till I 100% the MCU. I've got a lot to go. Let me take a look once I figure out what where I'm going here. So if I go like here, I think that's a good cutoff point. Map looks like it starts to split off a lot, actually. So we can go through here, cut off there. This splits off into over here. We can cover this area and head over here. And over here, get all of this done. Head up here, get all of that done. Meet back over here. Get this done. Walk over here. Get all of this done. Go to where the marble is, get that done, and then head to the boss area. Do all of that. Take a long time, but we'll do all that. Yeah. Let me take a look at what movies and shows I have to get through. Here we go. Had to find it in release order. A lot of these lists are saying chronological order. So you would start with like Captain America, Captain Marvel. But I want to start with release order. That's how it is on Disney Plus. Ooh, 2 armor sets, huh? Unfortunately, these things don't really sell for that much. So I don't even know if it's worth picking up, to be honest. Alright, anyways. We've got phase 1, 2, and 3 done. Those are all done. And I'm in phase 4 right now. Oh, this list is not complete. This list is only giving me movies. I need the shows and the movies. 1 second. Alright. So there's a lot of, I think, non-MCU stuff. Like, it's giving me a lot of the Netflix shows that were on Netflix a long time ago. So I'll try to, I don't know, maybe watch those at some point, but I doubt it. A lot of stuff. It's not in the MCU, so I don't know if I want to watch all of that. Got WandaVision. I'm done with WandaVision. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm done with. Loki and Black Widow, I'm done with. And What If Season 1, which admittedly is not really canon, but I still want to watch it. And then after that, I'm going to have to get through Shang-Chi, Eternals, Hawkeye, Spider-Man 3, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange 2, Miss Marvel, Thor 4, She-Hulk, Werewolf by Night, Black Panther 2, Ant-Man 3, Guardians 3, Secret Invasion show, Loki Season 2, The Marvels, Echo, Deadpool and Wolverine, Agatha All Along, Brave New World, which is Captain America 4, and then Thunderbolts and Ironheart, and then Fantastic Four. If I can get all of that in the next like 2 or 3 weeks. Oh my god. Why am I doing this to myself? You getting kind of sleepy? Alright. See you later then. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I guess the same could be said about this. I don't know why I'm putting myself through this torture of finding all of these secrets. Any sane person would want to do this. Yeah, I've got a lot to go. Marvel, I gotta go through all of that. To be fair, I have seen some of that stuff. Like, I've seen Eternals, I've seen Spider-Man 3, Black Panther 2, Guardians 3, and some other stuff here and there. But most of that I don't think I have seen. I never watched The Marvels or Miss Marvel. I never watched She-Hulk. Loki Season 2 I did not watch yet. Echo, Werewolf by Night. Um, yeah, I haven't seen any of those, so those will all be new. Okay, where am I at? Where did I say to cut off at? I can't remember. It might have been around here. Let's head over this direction. The fast travel. Oh! Oh. Oh, I got myself. Okay. I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of bored. I could be playing games, I guess. There's just not a lot that I want to play right now. Any games that I might want to play through myself, like for the first time, I actually don't own. Something like Dark Souls, because I've never played Dark Souls, or Elden Ring. I don't own those, so I can't play those. I don't have a controller, so if I want to play like Gungeon, or Hades, or something like that, it's not going to be as fun. Not nearly as fun. Um, and I generally don't really have that much space for a lot of stuff. I don't have that much storage space left. Any of the other games that I might want to play, I might want to save for doing on stream. Like all the other Borderlands, for example. I've been kind of wanting to play through Borderlands 2 again, but I'm kind of hesitant. I might want to save it for, doing it on stream. Where does that little underpass go? Does that connect up to stuff? Oh, okay, I'll go down there. I don't know, the games I'm playing right now are kind of good enough for me. Minecraft, Doom, like I was talking about earlier the week. Playing through Doom. Kind of good enough for me. I don't really need anything else. Not right now. Stardew Valley is kind of a bit of a drag sometimes. At least to me. Maybe it's just the way that I play it, but I started playing the new update, the new Waste update when that came out last year. And I don't know, I just got to a point where everything was just really tedious, and I was like, you know what? I've got other stuff to worry about right now. I'll come back to this another day. I don't know, maybe I'll start playing that again. Come back on that. But it was just a lot of like, okay, now that you're done organizing your farm, all you have to do for like in-game month is just go to Ginger Island over and over again and die over and over again. And then eventually, halfway through the year, you're gonna unlock like one little thing. Then you just go off of that for a while. Just find something to do. It's like, am I done? Like, is that it? Like, what else do I have to do? I don't know. Maybe I'll try to find something to do. Not really the best when it comes to finding my own fun in something like that. I think it might be like the timer game gives me a lot of anxiety for some reason. Oh, maybe I want to move around my buildings a lot and organize my farm a certain way. But then it takes 3 days to build any kind of building with Robin. And if you're building a building, you can't move any of the other buildings. And if you want to move buildings, you have to clear out space for that, so you have to move everything else around a lot, which takes a long time. And obviously, you know, Robin closes at like 5, and then you have to wait until it's not Tuesday or Friday or whatever her off days are. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna talk to Robin today. Oh no, she's closed. Better find something else to do. I'm gonna talk to Marnie. Oh no, she's closed. Better find something else to do. Oh, there's a festival in, like tomorrow, and you're not ready for it. Get ready to be mocked by the entire town. You know. And then start playing the game more, and you realize, oh, I should have set this up a different way. I would have preferred it the other way actually, but now I can't go back and change it. Or if I do want to go back and change it, it's going to cost me 2 million coins. I don't have that much gold on me. So it's just a lot of like annoying, tedious work that, I mean, get through, but it's like I just wanted to move around my stuff. I didn't think it was going to take a entire year to move around all my stuff, you know? By the time I get what I want, I'm like, I don't even want to play anymore. It's been too long. Hey, hey. I have been playing Minecraft. I've been playing the new snapshot on Bedrock with the new copper stuff. That's been pretty fun. I was trying to do it on hardcore just to give myself a little bit of a challenge. Um, that was going pretty well for a while. I like the new copper stuff. I didn't make a golem because I didn't get that far in the game to need one. I started out a world. I spawned right next to a village, so I just lived there. I put all my stuff there. I went caving for a while. Got a lot of good stuff. I started a farm, explored some of the map, and I was getting ready to go caving again because the cave I was in had a lot of stuff in it. So I was like, you know what? Let me come back later. There's plenty of stuff to come back later too. And I went to go explore some of the world for the map. Found another village, hunkered there for a little bit so I can smelt down my resources and cook my food and all that stuff. And right when I was done doing that, I left. I left with like a full stack of cooked kelp just so I could have it for backup food. And then I forgot that I hadn't slept in the game for a couple days. I was just up smelting the kelp all day. So I got killed by phantoms like immediately. Because apparently armor is not that good against phantoms, I've learned. I was like, oh, there's phantoms. Let me go back to the village. And then they killed me before I could even get back to the village. So that world is gone. I forgot to sleep. So, yeah, I might have to just start a regular world. I really did have some good stuff going there. I was prepping to go caving again. I was gonna go build my own house somewhere after I gathered some materials. Had enough stuff to go to the Nether. All that, but no. Dumb phantoms had to ruin my game. I thought I was honestly doing pretty well, because it seems like in Bedrock, for some reason, the enemies do a lot less damage than they do in Java. I don't know if that's just me, or if that's actually the case, but it seemed like I was dying a lot less easily in Bedrock. So I was like, you know what, I'm safe. I just forgot to sleep. And I was like, oh, phantoms still do like 3 hearts of damage in one hit, and they just killed me. Yeah, I don't know. If I do start another hardcore world, it's not going to be for a while. Maybe I can try modded hardcore and see how that works out for me.